This story is called Addicted to Eating Cockroaches. So let's see if it's real or fake.
My name is Sissy, and I grew up under terrible conditions because my mom was mentally ill. She often made me steal stuff from shops because no one suspected a little girl like me to be a thief.
I mean, it's a smart mom. If she's mentally ill, she's at least very intelligent.
Of course I was scared of being caught, but my mom gave me no choice.
Okay.
However, one night she drank too much and fell down the stairs.
Oh God, 17 seconds in, your mom just got killed.
Suddenly she couldn't walk anymore, and I had to take care of her even though I was only 11.
What?
We quickly ran out of food, and I said, "Mommy, the fridge is empty and I'm hungry." She responded, "Stop complaining. Instead, go catch some cockroaches so we can eat them." Was she serious?
Finally, they deliver on the title. I mean, usually it's clickbait.
Petrified of those disgusting little insects, but I still trapped one of them and showed it to my mom. She told me to cook it, but we only had a toaster, so I killed it and put it in there. After I'd given it to my mom to eat, I caught many more roaches and even ate my very first small baby cockroach. It tasted okay, so I started to catch hundreds of them.
Dude, what is this story?
But then the toaster broke and we had to eat them raw. Of course they were extremely dirty, so we often got sick, but at least we had a full stomach. I continued living like this for weeks until people from the government came into our apartment.
How would they have found out that you were doing this unless you told your friends? Dude, this is wild.
And took me away from my mom, even though I screamed and wanted to stay with her.
Now that you're out, you don't have to eat cockroaches anymore,
I was
theoretically.
brought into a children's home where people explained to me that my mom was mentally ill, but no one wanted to tell me where she was or who was taking care of her.
Good questions.
I felt abandoned and scared, but there was one thing that made me feel safe, and that was eating roaches. So whenever I saw one, I picked it up and put it into a toaster and ate it.
Oh my God!
The taste gave me a feeling of comfort because it reminded me of my mom.
What?
I started eating so
Is
many
that even
of them
possible?
that I got
I guess, I don't know.
infection. When I told the doctor that I was addicted to eating cockroaches, he brought me to a psychologist who told me that there was nothing wrong about eating roaches as long as they were clean.
Is that true?
He convinced me to start farming roaches, and that turned out to be much easier than
I feel like I have not seen a story that has got me this shook before this early.
All I needed was a box of roaches and some fruits to feed them. After a few months, I had more than 1,000 of them. But I made a big mistake and let them roam around my room freely.
Oh my God.
Because one baby roach crawled through my nose.
This just keeps getting weirder.
I didn't know what was going on, only that my nose hurt. I kept it untreated for several days until I visited a doctor who saw something moving way up my
God,
nose.
please don't be eating your brain.
It took several hours to pull the cockroach out, but from then, I always kept them locked in my box.
That's smart.
But I had bigger problems.
No, you don't. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. This is your biggest problem.
I had no friends or family, and I was feeling extremely lonely. That's why I started binge eating cockroaches.
But that was not a I mean, that looked delicious. I don't know how you're preparing roaches, but I'll take some of that.
Probably gained 10 kilograms in 3 months.
Oh my God. What's that in American units? I don't know.
My life or my roach addiction would kill me. I still remember my last roach. It was a small baby.
All right, we're good now. It's about to get normal. I'm sure it will.
Maybe 1 centimeter big. I ate it raw and alive. Then I brushed my teeth and said, never again.
Good.
Afterward, I thought I needed an education to get ahead in life, so I taught myself writing and reading by spending most of my days at the library. 6 months later, I enrolled myself in university.
Okay.
There I moved into a dorm, but the other girls didn't like me.
Well, that's okay. Sometimes not everyone likes you.
They said I smelled bad and lived like a pig. I guess they were right. My mother had never taught me to clean up anything, and now I had to learn to shower daily.
Yeah, but there's no roaches in your life, so you're really taking some big steps now.
But because no one liked me, I had lots of time to study.
Sure.
And it reflected through my
You had lots of time to study, bro. This looks like a 1.0 GPA. Are these good?
grades. While at the library, I bumped into a guy. He was dressed in all black and apologized. I could tell he was different, just like me. I asked, "What are you studying here?" And he responded,
Please don't say roach. Oh, thank God.
"I'm studying philosophy." We sat down at a cafe and
I thought this dude was gonna be a roach studier, like some kind of biologist.
he was just like me. He said his family had raised him on a farm, but mostly neglected him. He said they didn't speak a single word with him from age 11 to 16.
His parents didn't talk to him for 5 years? What the crap?
His only friends were books until he ran away and found a job as a construction worker. But his love for reading brought him to a university, just like it did for me. I had a weird
I gotta assume something bad's about to happen. I just
feeling
feel
when
it.
I looked at him. I can't describe it, but it felt good. And 1 week later, we had our first date. We were lying next to each other on the grass when he laid his hand on my belly. Of course I was nervous. I had never had a guy touch me. I didn't know what to do. But then he just kissed me.
God!
It was the most intense feeling I've ever had, and I got so aroused that I bit into his lip.
What is this animation? Yo, we got kids on this channel.
He said ouch and went back on his back. I apologized and saw that he was bleeding. Gosh, what had I done?
I swear to God, if she becomes addicted to drinking this man's blood, this is weird.
I was so stupid. I said, I'm so sorry. I've never kissed a guy before. It's okay, don't worry. I just didn't know you like it that way. What do you mean by that way? You like...
Honestly, I don't think we can even show you what was just said. I'm gonna like, instead of showing you what was just said, we showed you like a picture of an elephant. We can't
No,
say that.
I don't think so.
We're blurring this as well. No, this is all blurred. No.
It was
Oh my
the first
God.
time
Okay,
I felt
we're back.
truly
It's good. We're fine.
attracted to a guy. Afterward, we became a couple and spent all
Great.
our time together. I loved sitting next to him in the library so I could watch him read books. He
I'm concerned about where this story's heading at this point. This is wild.
always looked so handsome. But one day, he was just gone.
Oh, good.
He didn't respond to my text, and
Good.
his doormate said he had disappeared without
I'm actually glad to hear that.
saying anything. Of course, I was worried. Maybe something had happened to him, so I called up all the hospitals, but he wasn't there. Maybe he had left because of me. I suddenly remembered my mom. For years, I had avoided thinking about her.
Oh.
But now it all came back, especially the guilt that I had not taken care of her.
That would impact someone, I could imagine.
I stayed inside my bed for days, crying my heart out until I decided I had to find her. Maybe she was still alive.
Maybe she wasn't. Why is that? Why is asleep with a donut? No one falls asleep mid-donut.
So I went to the
Don't
police
finish
and
in
asked
that,
them
dude.
to find out where they had brought my mom 10 years ago. It took them 2 weeks to figure out,
That's actually not that bad.
but the news wasn't good.
Oh.
My
Oh.
mom had died shortly after we were separated.
Oh.
I can't describe how hard the news hit me.
Oh my
I was
God.
absolutely devastated. I knew I was close to giving up and asked myself, is my life worth living?
This is the darkest, weirdest, strangest, most crazy story ever.
The answer was, no, it's not. But I knew it could become worth living if I got a nice job, found a husband, and had kids someday.
Okay.
Yes, that would be a life worth living. And that's what I'm
Bro, I gotta read these comments after this. I'm so curious what people think.
working towards right now.
Okay. That's it? That's it? And then it transitions to a bonus?
One morning, when I went to check my Facebook
A bonus story. Bro, this is the weirdest thing. Now we gotta see what the bonus story is. Is this related? Is this her mom? What is this?
I realized all my male friends were missing from my friends list, including my cousins, my uncles, and even my dad.
Bro, this is
I'd
not what
given
I signed up for, but
My
okay.
boyfriend Frank my Facebook login so he could upload some photos for me, but I didn't think he would mess with my account.
I wonder if this is like what is that? What is this thing? This big old nose.
When I asked him if he knew about it, he said, "Oh, you notice they are gone? So you are paying attention to other men. I knew it." What the hell? Frank had deleted all my male friends. Looking back, I should have left him then, but I figured it was just a stupid joke. However, his behavior
Bro, this is so bad. The mic sounds terrible. The animation sucks. I don't even know what the story is.
only got worse.
Probably because I won't shut
I was
up.
working at a marketing agency and I would take breaks with my coworkers to vape outside. We talk about our various projects.
What is this, dude?
Well, one day I got home from work and Frank confronted me saying, "I saw you hanging out with other guys at work today." Wow.
This is so bad. God, I'm gonna have to force myself to finish this.
He had stalked me in my workplace, watching me when he should have been doing his own job. Things were getting creepy. I told him he didn't need to be jealous because I wasn't interested in any of my colleagues like that.
Oh my
But he
God,
got
this is so bad.
really angry and punched the wall.
What?
I was afraid he would hit me next, so I told him I wouldn't do it anymore. Big mistake.
Bro, I feel like this should be, I don't know. This is so bad. It should be illegal. This should be against the law to put out because it is so bad.
After that, he wanted more and more control over me. Like, he wouldn't let me wear certain clothes like shorts or tight shirts.
This is just Andrew Tate's come up story.
And then he
This is how
stopped me
Andrew
from
Tate
talking
made it
to
where he is.
any of my male friends,
Duh.
including Steve. Every day I got back from work, he would ask to go through my
No, he's not bald. I don't know. If she's a kickboxer, we know who this is about, but
At first, I wouldn't let him. I mean, everyone deserves some privacy, right? And there were text conversations with my friends where we talked about things
God, this is so hard to get through right now. I
I
don't
didn't want
get
Frank to know about.
what are you gonna show me in the
But
next 2
if
minutes?
I didn't do what he wanted, he'd scream at me for hours
It's just a story of an abusive boyfriend. Like, get out, leave, done, boom, story over.
and start trashing our apartment. It was so emotionally draining.
Does this have anything to do with the cockroach girl?
Eventually, I gave in and let him check my phone, but I started deleting my text conversations before I
Bro,
came
your friend's Arya Stark, bro. I saw that. I was sick.
home, so he couldn't see anything. It was horrible. I guess if he could, he would have locked me in the house and not let me go anywhere without him.
Okay, that's crazy.
It took a while, but at last, I realized Things couldn't go on like that, and I broke up with him.
Okay, well now the story should end. I mean, there's still a minute and a half left of this tragedy.
For the first few weeks, he stalked me.
Okay.
And one day, he even climbed up my parents' house to look through our bathroom to watch me take a shower.
Okay, good. I was about to say this. You need to go to police at this point.
After that, I got a restraining order from him, which means he isn't allowed to get near me or contact me in any way, or he will go to jail.
This is good. And what is that? Is it Darth Vader? What the heck is this world?
However,
they live in the
that was
metaverse.
2 years ago, and Frank still sends me messages from anonymous phones. I don't want to change my number because
Please, God, tell me this is not how the story ends. Just that you're getting stalked and it's over.
it would feel like I'm letting him win. But whenever I see a text from him, it stresses me out. His last one was really weird. I got
Hey, Mamacita, you looking so fine today. I got
another girl pregnant and it's all your fault. See how crazy he is? How could that be my fault?
I need to know who wrote this story and how they were capable of coming up with such a bad idea, because the creator of this story needs to go look at themselves in the mirror and literally ask how. I'm out of words.
I wish he would just leave me alone. I don't understand why he's trying to make my life miserable. But luckily, I'm dating Nick now, and our relationship is much healthier.
That's it. You just date Nick.
He respects my boundaries, and we trust each other. I feel secure with him. Sure, Nick can be a bit possessive sometimes, but so can I. There's nothing wrong about being a little possessive. It's only natural. But when you try
I just don't know if this is the type of videos we should be taking lessons from.
control someone's whole
I
life,
just don't think we should listen
you
to this.
have some issues, and maybe you should get help. I've done some research, and it's frightening how many guys actually killed their girlfriends because they
What is this story? We're just going down the darkest rabbit hole possible. What the heck?
were jealous of them just talking to another man. It's insane.
I mean, I feel like some of this stuff is true, but what an odd way to present this information.
Although I'm not a professional therapist,
No kidding.
my advice would be to stay away from anyone who tries to completely control your life.
I mean, okay, I guess that's good advice, sure. Yeah.
Those people are evil and only care about what they can get out of you. They don't care about your happiness at all. Please be careful.
I gotta read the comments. Oh god. These people think it's so funny. Look at this. These guys love it, dude. Both stories were crazy, but we still watch and love them. So if you guys want to see more super weird reaction videos, drop a like and subscribe and leave a comment and I'll do it. Peace.